Local View is brought to you by BioPure, changing the standard of clean.
Hi, I'm Josh Mancuso.
I'm Lacey Douthit.
And I'm Lee Williams.
Today on The Local View, we will be highlighting some of the best places to eat, shop, and play in the Tri-Cities.
We'll also be focusing on local entrepreneurs and community leaders that are making a difference in the area.
And stay tuned for the arts and entertainment. Today
On The Local View.
Hello, my name is David Cook and I am the General Manager here at the Car Barn. You know, when you enter the Car Barn, we want you to have a welcome family feeling. We take good care of our customers. Customer satisfaction is our #1 goal. And when you come in here, we want you to feel good about it, feel at home. Any question you want to ask, we're going to answer them for you.
We are so excited about the Car Barn being in Washington County, the newest member of the Washington County Chamber of Commerce. We're looking forward to referring people here. We know we're going to have a lot of out-of-town guests, and we're just hoping that they'll look at Abington, Washington County, and come down here and look at these beautiful cars. And we're so elated too to have Mr. McLaughlin here as a business. We know it's going to be a never-ending success, just like everything else he's done.
I'm excited about the Car Barn because I believe it'll be a great asset to our county. Mr. McLaughlin has always done a good job with every business he's ever done. He's a great philanthropist, and we're really excited about the Car Barn being here. I wish them all the luck here. Hopefully they will be able to do well with their auctions and their car sales, and if there's anything we can do as a county, we would be glad to help them out.
It's so exciting working here. We have people coming in, they'll see a particular car and say, wow, I took my wife on her first date on that car. Stuff like that don't happen at your normal, dealerships. And we have some luxury cars. If you're looking for a luxury car, late model luxury car, we have them. We have the antique cars. We have a car for everyone. You need to come in just to experience it. I promise you, you won't be dissatisfied.
So anyway, make yourself welcome. Thank you all again for being here. And we'll get right to it.
6,000, sir. 6,000.
But my love of classic cars, I collect them. I've been doing that for several years, and I just thought, why not have some fun and make this a business which would make collecting cars even bigger. I think we're the biggest showroom under one roof in Tri-Cities. So we have 32,000 feet here, and we have, as you see, maybe 125 cars under roof right now. So you get to see all these wonderful old cars, classics, antiques, and you can walk through history here.
We just had our grand opening and it was a great success. We had a huge turnout. The weather wasn't exactly perfect, but still the enthusiasm and the interest we have here at the Car Barn was over the top today. And I want to thank everybody for coming out today, and I know the future is going to be bright for us because we've had so much interest, so many people, with the compliments we've had, the job that we've been doing. I'm excited just to be here.
I'm Tim McLaughlin, and I do love this place. So thank you for coming out, and thank you for being part of my life. I really appreciate it.
So the story of Northeast Tennessee is pretty unique. We're very lucky to live here, and it's a great story to tell because we don't only have one hook like a lot of cities that you'll see that are tourist destinations. We have quite a few.
I love the region just for the outdoor activities and how beautiful it is. It reminds me of where I lived for 30 years up on the Oregon coast. The rolling hills, the mountains, the trees, the streams and the rivers. It's just a beautiful place to live.
So we have the outdoors, we have our music history with the birthplace of country music and our culture, the oldest town in the state of Tennessee, NASCAR and racing, and of course the history behind that, which makes a great story to tell. Another thing that makes Northeast Tennessee a great place to visit and to move to or live in definitely has to be our people.
I grew up in Kingsport. My husband grew up in Johnson City, and we currently live in Bristol. So we have pretty much covered the whole entire Tri-Cities. A lot of times I hear people that have moved into the area talking about, it took me a while to get used to people waving at me. And that's what we do.
Why does everyone hold the door open for me? Why do they want to tell me where their favorite place to eat is?
I moved around a lot for about 10 years. No place did I ever feel welcome and feel like I was at home. I wasn't even here yet and I felt like I was at home. People were helping me with everything I needed. People were talking to me. People were inviting me out to dinner. People in the community who I didn't even know who said, hey, we see you're coming here. We'd like to get to know you.
We love working with the Tri-Cities Airport. Not only are we a destination for recreational travel, but we're also a nice destination for business travel with folks that want to get off the beaten path. And so Tri-Cities Airport is such a jewel for us when it comes to marketing the area.
We have a wonderful group that work around the clock to make sure that the flying and the transportation through the Tri-Cities Airport is the best that it can be. You get all the advantages of a larger airport with regular flights every day, pretty much connectivity to anywhere in the world you want to go, but yet you don't have the long lines, you don't have the hassle.
Certainly during COVID, it was a little bit of a struggle with being able to keep all the amenities that we had here, but we took advantage of that time and were able to help our folks down in the concourse develop a separate lounge area and then a separate restaurant area. And they actually were able to install a full kitchen down in the main restaurant. So we now have full service kitchen and much better food quality down there. I actually see the comments on Google and our social media and interact with people there, and one of the #1 comments we get is how nice everybody is in the airport, and that's not just our staff, but that also includes TSA, the rental cars, and the airlines as well. So when people talk about the friendliness and the kindness of the staff here at the airport, that truly is just a reflection on our whole entire region and how everyone interacts with each other here.
Whether you live here or you're visiting here, it's like coming to your own private airport. I know that I don't have to get here over 2 hours early. I know I'm not going to be fighting with the crowd. The security line, you know, they know you, it's personable. It's that Southern hospitality.
That welcomeness and that feeling of this is home that I had almost instantaneously. And that's one of the things we really want everybody to take with them as they think about this region and they think about the airport, that this is home.
Whether it's the dreaded tax season or just time to get your finances in order, the Blackburn, Childers, and Steagall team is a full-service accounting team that's been faithfully serving the Tri-Cities for over 50 years.
My name is Andy Hatfield, and I'm the managing partner of Blackburn, Childers, and Steagall. So the firm was founded in 1961. In 1970, Charles Steagall became a partner, and that was the formation of Blackburn, Childers, and Steagall. This year we're celebrating 60th anniversary of the firm. It started here, right here in Johnson City. Since that time, we've expanded into Kingsport and Greenville, Tennessee, and then most recently in Boone, North Carolina. We pride ourselves in being able to add value to our clients as far as, we do a lot of consulting. We have audits that happen throughout the year. Our managed accounting service group is doing accounting and bookkeeping and payroll and sales tax and full service accounting for clients throughout the entire year.
So in addition to tax returns, we also have an audit department. We have a managed accounting services department. We can act as a controller for certain entities. CFO, we can step in when you need financial help. We do financial statements. Anything to do with financials, we can handle it. I think when anyone is starting a new business, there are certain things that have to be done. We really do a good job of laying the path for these new startups, helping them get started. And I think as a new business, it's hard to justify spending money when you think you can do it yourself. But I think if you'll realize that the money you spend for this will allow you to be at your highest and best use, and your highest and best use in startups is being involved in the business, not in the background, and we take over from there and help them in that process.
So the first thing they helped us with was payroll. So that helped a ton just to get that going, and me as the owner not really having to worry about that side of things. The biggest challenge of entrepreneurship, especially at the start, is you have to do everything yourself, You just have to wear so many different hats, and at one point, especially as the business keeps growing, you need to, as an entrepreneur, realize what am I most valuable at for my business? Like, what is my time best spent on? And for me personally, it's not worrying about taxes and worrying about the IRS and all of that stuff. It is definitely not payroll. Working with a team like BCS, you have people who have experience. They know what they're doing. They've done it for companies way bigger than, Action VFX, and I can rely on them. It's just great to know that I don't have to worry about it and it gets done well.
Favorite part of my job is actually helping people. We have a lot of technically proficient clients that really rely on us for our services. And so being able to help them and service those clients and getting to know them is a silver lining for me. But not only that, it would be managing the relationships for staff and having those relationships and trying to be a mentor for those trying to also be a manager at BCS. The team here is great. We really pride ourselves on the culture, the family first, work-life balance. It's a great place to work. It's a great environment. And like I said, right now, the work-life balance for me with 3 kids is really important, and I've never felt like I can't do my job as a mom because of work.
It's great to be part of this team, and I think the culture is what makes the difference here. We want to be able to serve the community. There's a need in the community for our services, and also we want to provide not only good service to our clients, but we want to have good service to our people.
I just feel extremely honored to work here. I think that for me, it has allowed me to have a great career. There are so many opportunities for advancement here, but also to be a mom. So I don't have to disrupt my children's lives to advance my career. And I just feel very blessed to be here and part of the BCS family.
We're definitely going to keep growing with BCS because the great thing with them is you don't have to either get all or nothing. So it's like, for example, as I said, when we started, we were only doing payroll, and then we gradually added more services. It's all about finding the right people that can help take your business to the next level, and that's what BCS has been for us on the financial level.
And now we've come to my favorite part of the show, sweet treats. Let's learn about a family that has been serving up delicious sweets to the Tri-Cities area for decades, Peggy Ann Bakery.
My name is Will Martin. I'm one of the co-owners of Peggy Ann Bakery, Johnson City. Married into the bakery family about 10 years ago, and been happily eating sweets ever since. Peggy Ann, she's from Stony Creek in Carter County. And so, about every week there's somebody in there, I'm related to Peggy Ann, that's my cousin, that's great you guys are up here now. So it's pretty interesting to see, people watching that generational change happen.
My name is Stacy. This is my family's business. My grandmother and my grandfather started this business. My dad and my mom took over, and now it's our family's turn. So we have a lot of customers in Greenville that come from Johnson City, and we decided that it was time to expand and see what we could do in Johnson City.
We couldn't have asked for a better team in Johnson City and Greenville. Our manager, Chelsea, in Johnson City, everybody knows her. She's always greeting somebody with a smiling face, and the rest of the team, phenomenal. Our crew in the back, they don't get enough praise because they're kind of hidden from everybody, but they really rock it out for us.
I am the manager of Peggy Ann Bakery, Johnson City location. I'm coming up on my 2 years here, so that's also insane. I can't believe we've been in Johnson City for about 1.5 years now. My role is kind of just to make sure everything's going, make sure the customers are happy, make sure we're getting donuts out the door, cookies are sweet and delicious all the time. So we actually do a little bit of everything, mainly sweets, but we also have a lunch menu as well. We're really well known for our donuts. We do decorated cakes, we do chess bars, cookies, so really any kind of sweet treat that you're looking for, we probably got it here.
I really like our danishes, pastries. I'm more into fruity things. A lot of people really like our chocolate chip cookies, and of course, donuts.
My favorite sweet treat is the cake donut with icing and sprinkles on it. Peggy is my great-grandmother that started this business with my great-grandfather. I love my family so much, and I love my sister, my brother, my other sister, my mom, and my dad.
Jax, he's basically my best friend, so he's like a little mini me. So he just like is with me everywhere we go, and I love working with him. I'll go to school and people are like, you should bring us donuts. Or my teachers are like, hey, I didn't know your parents owned the bakery. You need to bring us donuts.
Kids are on spring break like we are this week. It's fun, you know, having them here, making a mess, talking to customers. The kids enjoy being here, and it's fun to have everybody around us.
It's not always easy to work with your family, but it's also very comforting, especially I love hearing old stories of my dad or my grandfather, and it just makes me feel good to carry on and to do what they enjoy doing.
So Johnson City is definitely a little bit more adventurous than our Greenville clientele. We sell a lot of Fruity Pebbles donuts, maple bacon donuts, you know, some of the fun, you know, colorful things. Greenville, you know, they're classic plain old glazed and a black cup of coffee.
Greenville, our #1 selling item is the original glazed donuts. We can't hardly keep them in the mornings. They sell as fast as we can get them out. And our bachelor buttons, that's our #1 selling cookie. And people go nuts over that. We have people that have moved away from the area constantly wanting to know if we'll ship them their bachelor buttons. So that's a really popular thing in Greenville.
So right now in Johnson City, we're currently offering a deli lunch, you know, soup, salad, sandwich. And then on top of that, we're coming up with new stuff all the time. So definitely follow Facebook, Instagram, and definitely see what new special fun stuff we got going on.
We do have one of the best teams ever. They're awesome. We've got high schoolers, we've got, you know, college town people, all these different things. And I think that is really implemented into, you know, our sweets, our food. Everything here is about love and just being happy. You can't be angry around too much sugar. So we're always having a good time here at the bakery, and we hope that you guys can join in and come see it.
Kingsport has long been known for a number of recognizable things. Eastman, Bays Mountain, the Long Drive competition, and the real birthplace, the Long Island Iced Tea, just to name a few. But today we're joined by our friend Robin Cleary from the Downtown Kingsport Association. She's going to take us on a tour of some of the new and exciting attractions here in the city of Kingsport.
We're here at one of the, if not the best, healthy option destination in downtown Kingsport if you're wanting to get breakfast, lunch. We're at Sister's Cravings. It's definitely one of my favorite spots. So we're going to let you find out a little bit about Sister's story, what they have to offer, and why they enjoy being in downtown Kingsport.
Really, me and my sister came together and we just decided when we changed our lifestyle and our eating ways, we said there was no type of options like this available in the Kingsport area. And so for 5 years, we went to smoothie bars and things like that, and we said, why not bring it to Kingsport?
So tell us a little bit about your products and the different things folks can get here.
So what we decided to do was not only just have smoothies, but have smoothie bowls. And we're called Home of the Bowls. So we have all types of smoothie bowls that you can do. We can do oatmeal bowls, we can do vanilla parfait bowls. And soon we're going to be doing our salads and fresh pressed juices. So being able to come and get what you need, not just for breakfast, but for lunch as well. And it helps incorporate a balanced, healthy diet with fruits, vegetables, proteins, and things like that.
We're again so glad you're in downtown Kingsport. Picnic tables out front,
yes,
so you can get your smoothie bowl, which I highly recommend, the strawberry shortcake one, and your smoothies or your juices. Sit outside, walk up the street, enjoy Centennial Park. But you all are an anchor spot in downtown Kingsport, and we could not be more thrilled that you chose our downtown to set up shop.
Thank you so much.
Have you ever wanted to throw an axe? Ow. Well, with the Kingsport Axe House, you can do just that with your family and friends.
So we're here at Kingsport Axe House to introduce you to this amazing entertainment venue in downtown Kingsport. Extremely popular, and if you haven't been, you definitely need to come down and try it out. So I'm here with Paul Sapino, and he's going to tell you a little bit about, you know, how did you come up with this idea? Because it's a pretty unique idea, and why did you choose downtown Kingsport?
Well, we'd done it first time in Raleigh, North Carolina with my son and daughter-in-law, and we just fell in love with it. Came home, built a Target, and I thought, this is just a great opportunity. I'd love to bring this to Kingsport.
Yeah. As far as the concept, you know, how does it work? Is it a walk-in basis? Do you need to book a lane? Are you open for like private parties and things like that?
We do private events, private parties. We do corporate team building events during the week. We generally recommend that you book online. Fridays and Saturdays are generally completely booked up. You can go online at the kingsportaxehouse.com, or you can call us and we can do the booking for you.
So you're located here in this venue with high voltage. I just love it. It's one of my favorite places to come to and listen to live music. Even when you don't have music, come sit on the patio. So for folks that aren't familiar with that, tell a little bit about how high voltage works and then how you all kind of blend together.
Gotcha. It is a unique marriage of two separate businesses, and we operate as if we're one. High voltage, as well as the Axe House, we're always kid friendly, we're family friendly, we're dog friendly, as long as you have a friendly dog and a friendly kid. There's not too many activities that the whole family can come out and do.
No.
You know, and it's just a perfect fit.
On the weekends, you're usually at least one of the two nights going to find a band out there, fire pits, cornhole, giant Jenga, all sorts of stuff to do. So you can just flow inside and out, throw axes for a while. So a really, really unique venue that is located in what I like to call the sweet spot in downtown Kingsport. So we are so glad to have you all here. You're a vital part of our downtown. You bring a lot to it. Thanks for letting us come in and take up some time and telling us about the Kingsport Axe House.
Gosh, thanks for having us.
If you're looking for boutique clothing at incredible prices, I have 3 words for you: the Wooden Hanger. They have a beautiful new showroom on Market Street in downtown Kingsport, and best of all, they have an app. You can shop with the Wooden Hanger from literally anywhere, even your couch.
So on this stop of our tour of downtown Kingsport, we're at the Wooden Hanger, one of my favorite boutiques in downtown Kingsport. In fact, I'm wearing it today. So we've got with us the owner, Kristen Burton. This is a relatively new building. It's a gorgeous building, and their clothes are just amazing. You've got clothing for just about everyone.
Any age that likes cute, comfy, easy to throw on and go, but still look put together.
Yes.
That is our woman. That is who we cater to. That's what I love. That's what so many people love and need.
Tell us a little bit about the location.
We've been here for just a little over a year now. We opened right before COVID happened, and we just shifted. You had to shift. We did shift. We didn't have a choice but to shift, and so we focused all of our attention to online, and we actually launched an online mobile app as well.
I love that app. So online shopping with the app, absolutely come in and shop. What are your hours?
Currently we're open Tuesday to Friday, 12 to 5, and Saturdays 11 to 3. But of course you can always shop online 24/7.
Well, thank you so much for letting us come in today, telling us a little bit about your business. Come down, shop the Wooden Hanger. You will love it.
If you're like me, you're probably anxious to get out and dive back into your favorite recreational activities. But the only question is, what are you going to do first? Shoot some hoops? Throw the football around? Go zombie hunting? At Kingsport's newest hotspot, the Sports Mill, you can do all that and much more.
So we're here on our final stop of our tour, looking at what's new and exciting in downtown Kingsport. We are at the Sports Mill, which is a really fun entertainment venue and bar that's owned by Hunter and Joni Millsap and Logan Gentry. A really unique business concept, simulators, and combined with some really good beer and indoor space, a brand new outdoor space I'd like to add, and some food trucks that roll in on occasion. So tell me, Hunter, how did you all come up with this concept?
So it came about last summer on a family vacation. It started with the sports simulators and it grew from there. So I always wanted to have a simulator of some type personally. So that's where it originated from, and then with the help of the family, we kind of brought together what's now the sports mill.
Tell us a little bit about the different games that you've got on the simulators.
So there's between 25 and 30 different sports you can play, ranging from archery, baseball, basketball, football, golf, which is one of the big ones. Almost anything you can think of sports related is on there to play.
So if you want to come here and book simulator time, do you recommend folks do that ahead of time?
Definitely on the weekends ahead of time. Those are the busier days.
Okay, what's the best way to book?
The best way would just be going to our website and booking directly through there. It's pretty self-explanatory. When you go to book, there'll be simulator 1 or 2 that you can choose from. So they're both the exact same thing. You don't have to worry about one being different than the other and vice versa.
If you haven't tried out the sports mill in downtown Kingsport, really encourage you to get out and enjoy this really super unique venue that we're super proud to have in downtown Kingsport. It's walkable from a lot of the places that we visited today. We've got a very walkable downtown, so park that car, get those steps in, come out and visit these places, eat some good food, drink some good beer, and have a good time.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of The Local View.
Tune in to The Local View every Sunday at 10 a.m. on Fox 39.
See you next time.